Oh, goodness. Winter blues got you down? Are you sick and tired of this freezing cold weather? Or maybe are you in a hot climate and dreaming of cold weather? I don't know. What are we gonna do about it? I don't know. But we gotta do something about it because, man, is it cold! Hey guys, hey! Do you have your winter coats on? Oh, I hope so, because tonight's show is delightfully freezing! Oh no, I do admit, I am really over this cold weather. I am. I mean, it's still what? Okay, last day of February, so, I mean, it's heading out, but not out fast enough, in my opinion, right? So what do we do about that? Well, I figure we celebrate it. Let's embrace the cold, right? And what do I mean by that? Well, tonight we have all things cold for you. We have some projects to do. We even have some interesting facts about snow, which I was totally blown away by. And you know what? I don't want to take any more time up, all right? Let's get started. And it all begins with a trip down memory lane. You know, one of my most cherished memories of all time is my grandmother, really. Is a person, is my grandmother, really. And more specifically, weekends at grandma's house. When I was a child, I would look forward all week to going to grandma's house and spending the weekend there, and it was so much fun. And for me, a lot of I had a troubled childhood, a tumultuous one to say the least. So going there was also a refuge for me. I felt safe and loved. And what are we gonna do this weekend? Of course, there was usually a present involved, and all the food. She would make fun stuff. Sometimes we'd bake cookies, and sometimes we would do craft projects. And I think that's really where I kind of developed an interest in DIYs and crafting and gardening and really all things creative. I do credit that to my grandmother. And one of my most favorite things of all of this was when we would do what she would call a weekend project. Oh, and all that was just like a craft or something that would take a while to do, like one that would either take all day or, overnight into the next day. And what was so nice about that is that I totally remember this like so well. I would remember we'd start something, and then it was time to go to bed, right? And I would be like all excited, laying in bed, waiting for the next day so we could finish our project, right? There was like the anticipation. It was kind of like Christmas Eve night going into Christmas morning, that anticipation and the excitement. And she would do this a lot with me. I mean, just almost every weekend we would have some type of project or craft to do together. But I really loved those ones that were like the weekend project. Oh man, what awesome memories. And that's kind of the theme of our projects that we're going to do today. Both of them do take a little bit of time to do. Now, we could do those over one whole day, or you could split it up into an overnight session. So I'm really excited to get starting on those, but I definitely wanted to share this little memory with you. Oh, look, now I'm feeling all nostalgic. And so I'm really stoked to get started on our projects tonight, and they are all like snow or ice themed, and they all do take a little bit of time, like I said. Not that much, but they're all a lot of fun to do too, okay? So first off, we're gonna do some freezer tie-dyeing. Never heard of it? Well, you're going to tonight. And then we're gonna make some totally stunning ice lanterns as well, all right? So, you want to get started? Let's do it, okay? So, I got to go and get some things set up. So, while I do that, I put together a few really interesting facts all about snow. Here, check it out. So, remember those hot days of summer when you were dreaming about sitting all cozy on your couch with the fireplace going and a snowfall outside the window? Yeah, well, as you go outside and begrudgingly shovel your driveway for the 5th time this month, let's take a look at some interesting facts about snow. So let's start with the basics. Snow is formed when water vapor freezes into tiny ice crystals inside a cloud. Now, when enough crystals group together, they become heavy enough to fall out of the sky and onto the ground. So, did you know snow isn't really white?
What?
It's true. We generally associate snow with being the color white, but this is not correct. See, snowflakes are actually translucent. It's the way light shines through the flake that makes it appear white. New York State holds the record for the most U.S. snowfall in an hour. The residents of Copenhagen, New York experienced a record-topping 12 inches of snow within 1 hour on December 2nd, 1966. Now, the record for most snowfall in a 24-hour period goes to Silver Lake, Colorado on April 14th and 15th of 1921. The Rocky Mountain town experienced a staggering 6.3 feet of snow. Did you know that you could actually have a fear of snow? It's true. Some people suffer from chianophobia, an extreme fear of snow. Now, the term is Latin, meaning snow, and it affects millions of people across the world. Boy, I hope those people live in a warm climate. Check this out. The first person to ever capture a close-up of a snowflake in a photograph was Wilson Bentley in 1885. The story goes that Bentley attached his camera to his microscope to be able to take this picture. And even more impressive, he was only 19 years old when he did this. Now, Bentley went on to photograph over 5,000 snowflakes in his lifetime. Pretty cool, huh? So, what's the snowiest city in the U.S.? Landing that title is Syracuse, New York, located in central New York between Buffalo and Albany. It sees an average snowfall of 124 inches every winter. Now, what's the snowiest city in the entire world? While central New York, Syracuse takes top honor for being the snowiest city in the United States, Aomori City in Japan takes the title for the snowiest city in the entire world. This city sees an average of 312 inches of snow every year. You believe that? Wow. All right, there you go. Just some pretty cool facts about snow. I gotta go get my winter coat. So, are you ready to do some tie-dyeing? Ooh, I am. One of my favorite projects in the world to do. Tie-dyeing, right? And it brings me back to my childhood, too. I just love it. Now, we've tie-dyed before here on the channel. Okay, like multiple times. We did ice tie-dyeing, snow tie-dyeing, we even did reverse tie-dyeing. But we never did, classic, proper tie-dyeing, right? Well, we're not today either, because today we are going to be doing some freezer tie-dyeing. Oh yes, now the only difference between freezer tie-dyeing and regular classic tie-dyeing is that, well, we start with frozen garments first, and the dye will soak into it as the garments thaw out, creating a little different effect. It's really, really awesome and so much fun, all right? So here's the materials we need. Obviously, we need some dye. Now, I'm always like using RIT. I love RIT, probably the most popular brand of dye out there. And you could use the powdered stuff, or you can use the liquid stuff. Choice is yours, or you can go ahead and get a kit. That's what I did. I did something a little different. I got a kit, has all the colors in there, 6 different colors, and that's what we're going to be using today. I got this on Amazon, so if you want to get it, I'll put it right up here for you, a little bit easier for you if you want to, but they have tons of them, and they're really, really inexpensive, okay? So we need dye, and then you're going to need some type of bin. This is my all-purpose craft garden bin. I use this for everything. Love it. If you can score one of these, get it. You'll use it for everything. Anyway, so you want to have a bin there, and then you need some kind of rack or something to kind of keep our garments up off of the bottom of the bin, okay? So basically, that's it. In addition to that, of course, you would need your garments, and if you want gloves to wear, highly recommend that, and some rubber bands and things like that, but we'll get into that next. So, let's begin, shall we? The first thing we have to do is wet our garments. Oh yeah, and then we have to get them ready for dyeing. And just like classic tie dyeing, you can do this any way you want. Like the scrunch method, that's the scrunch method. And there are tons of different methods that you can use to tie-dye, just like this. Using rubber bands, you can create different textures and patterns on your garment that you're using, okay? So feel free to take a screenshot of that, and of course I'm going to post that over on social media for you too. Facebook, Instagram, you can just download it there. It'll be a little bit easier, okay? So once you have your design all done on your wet garment, pop it into the freezer and let it freeze solid. And I just happen to have some ready to go. Isn't it funny to see that? I know, right? All right, so as you can see, I have 3 garments ready to go here. I have one shaped like this, and we have one that is the scrunch method, and then I have one also with some rubber bands around it. Ready to go, okay? Now, in my kit, it came with the rubber bands and gloves and some directions. Really, really cool to get the kits. I never got one before. So, all right, so now, which one should we start with? How about the scrunchy one? All right, so we're going to place our garments on top of our rack inside of our bin like this. And then we dye. Oh, yeah. So I have all my dyes ready to go here, and you can there's different ways you can do this. You can use a bottle like this and put it on like that. You could even be more specific, more like using an eyedropper there, or you can use a spray bottle. All will turn out different effects and different looks, okay? I think I'm just going to use my bottles here on the first one. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. There we go there. Ooh, okay. And then I'll get some yellow. I think I'm good. Okay, so here we go. Look. So I got my long one here. I just did 2 colors on that one. This one I did all green for St. Patrick's Day. And our scrunchy one I did in multicolors. Ooh, I can't wait to see what these look like. So just remember to make sure to do both sides of your frozen garment, okay? All right. So now we wait. Oh yeah, this is the fun part. So now we're going to let our garments thaw out. Oh yeah. And then once they're all thawed out, we snip off our rubber bands, take them all apart and wash them just like you would normally wash them. but definitely wash them by themselves, okay? Don't wash them with any light clothes at all, because some of the dye will leak out in the washer, okay? All right, so make sure if you're using store-bought dye, which of course you are, right? Make sure you read the directions, because each type of dye will instruct you on how long to leave the dye on your garments. I mean, there are some dyes that say you need to leave the dye on for 8 hours before you wash them. And then there are other ones like RIT that you can just leave it on for an hour, okay? For mine, it just needs to thaw. It's an hour dye, so these just need to thaw, okay? But remember to read your directions, because we don't want to have all your dye washing out, okay? All right, so I'm going to let these thaw out, throw them in the washer. Oh, I'm so excited. Ta-da! Look how nice! Didn't they turn out great? Oh, I love them! Look at that one! Oh, looks cool. And this was our folded method there. And oh, look, the crunchy. Oh, man, this was so much fun. I really love how these turned out. And I hope you do too. Yeah! Oh, you know what? I think we're on a roll here. So why don't we go right on to our second project? Let's make some ice lanterns. Oh, I am so excited about this project. I'm telling you, I made this. I don't even know how many times I've made this every time during the winter. And I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't done this yet here on the channel. We're going to make some ice lanterns today. Oh my gosh, this project is so perfect for those of us who are in, like climates that get winter or cold climates, but also for you guys who may be in warmer climates too. And for you guys, you Moon Madness folks out there, oh, how perfect would this project be to celebrate the new or the full moon? We can infuse it with crystals and fresh herbs. I'm so excited. All right, so let's get started, shall we? What do we need? First of all, we need a mold of some sort. This is actually a dog dish that I got at the Dollar Tree. I think it's a nice little shape there, but you could use anything. This is a Tupperware container. You could use a bowl. You could even use a stock pot for this, okay? Then we need some other type of vessel or something like this that will go in the center of our mold like this to create a cavity for our candle. Glass jars, you could even use an old soup can. Anything like that will work perfect. Then these are just weights. I use them to put inside the inner jar to weigh it down, okay? And then in addition to that, we'll need some type of herbs or flowers, and they could be fresh or artificial. I'm going to use artificial today for this one. And then, of course, we need water. All right, because we got to make some ice, all right? So here we go. Our first step is to weigh down our jar that we're going to put in the middle, okay? And then we are going to add something to the bottom here to kind of lift our jar up a little bit because we want a layer of ice underneath it. So that's where some of our greenery comes into play. This will be perfect for that. Okay, so we're going to put it down there, and then we're going to set this right on top, and that gives us about a 1/2 inch at the bottom. Perfect. All right, just like so. And you don't have to worry if it's leaning a little bit. No issues there. Next, we're going to fill it up with water all the way to the top. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, that's perfect. And now we can add the rest of our flowers or herbs. I'm going to use these. I like the look of these. And I'm going to have some poking out of the top, I think, too. Here, we'll keep the theme going there. And then some of these old... Remember I told everyone to save these? Oh, yeah, because you never know. Perfect for this. Yep. So we're just going to throw those down in there. All right. Nice. Okay, now we finish with some white flowers. Okay, well, you get the picture. And you can be as creative as you want with that. And like I said, use fresh, use artificial, whatever you want, okay? And at this point, you can even throw some crystals in there if you want. So cool. All right, so now we freeze this. Now, if you're in the middle of winter like I am and it's 32 degrees or below, you can just set this right outside, or you can pop it right into your freezer. Now, I just happen to have one ready to go because, we keep these in our freezer all the time, right? No. All right. So this is what it looks like, and I made this one in a bowl, in a plastic bowl, just like that. I'll show you a little different way there. Okay. So now the next step we're going to do is empty as many of the weights as we can, and it should all pop out. Yep, they all came out. Okay. We'll set that aside. Now what we have to do is get this out of here. To do that, I switched my water out for piping hot water. And we're going to just pour that in there slowly. You'll start to hear some cracking. And then fill it all the way up. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. All right, and then we're going to let it set just for a minute or so until you can start to turn it. And there we go. Okay, so now you can see we have a little indent in there, and that's where we're going to put our candle. Now at this point, this should just come right out. No? Okay, so if it doesn't come right out, take your hot water and pour it into another container, slightly larger, and we're going to do a dippy-do. So we'll set it in there and let that sit just for a couple minutes, and it should loosen right up. I think we're ready, y'all. We are! Okay. And bam! Okay. And there we go. Look at that. Okay. I like it. It's a little one. Okay. So you can do these in any size you want, too. Like I said, the stock pot idea. I actually made these ones for a wedding, and I made a huge one in a stock pot, and that went right on the bride and groom's table. Oh, it looks so great. And then we made them this size for all of the guest tables. Oh, it was so nice. All right, so now we have that. We can light it up. Now you can use a real candle or an artificial one. Either way, doesn't matter. Wait, I like this one better because it flashes. There we go. I'm going to use that one. And we'll pop that in there just like that. And then I'm going to turn the lights off for you, and you can see. Looks nice, huh? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, wow. And you guys, that's all there is to it. Aren't these wonderful? Oh, I just love them. Every year I make a bunch of these to go up my steps coming up to the porch. In fact, why don't I show that to you right now? What a day. Oh my gosh, we did so much. It was so much fun. What'd you think of the projects? Did you like them? Did you? Oh, I really, really hope you did. Oh my, the shirts turned out so nice, y'all. Look, there's the bullseye. Here, I'll show you the back. There's the bullseye. Look how, like, vibrant, and I don't know. I'm just really happy with the way they turned out. And we have our St. Patrick's Day shirts, too. We didn't really have any for St. Patrick's Day. So I made a couple of those. This is a fabulous way to kind of breathe new life into old garments or old t-shirts. Or if you have those shirts that may have like a little bleach stain or something on them. Oh, what a great way to breathe new life into shirts. I just love it. Oh my gosh. Oh, and those ice lanterns, aren't they just stunning? Totally stunning and really easy to do too, right? Oh my gosh, you should see. Well, you did see. I showed you the video, but they look so nice going up the steps, or maybe around your porch or something. And remember, I told you that this is even perfect for, those of you who may live in warmer climates. Well, one of my favorite things to do with these ice lanterns is to kind of like set the mood for a nice romantic evening at home, and set it out, maybe watch a movie, have a little charcuterie or something. And to do that, look, all I did was I got a round platter that has just a little bit of a lip on it, and then a round, like a cooling rack or something, and then a piece of fabric, and I used tie-dye, of course, tie it all together, right? And then I wrapped the rack, and then I put it on top of the platter, and then I decorated it with some greenery, and then put the lantern right on top of it like this. And then set it in the middle of the table or whatever. It look nice? Really, really nice. We're going to have this out tonight, and we're going to have a charcuterie, and we're going to watch a movie. So it's going to be a nice little evening at home. So I really hope you enjoyed that project, and I hope you give it a shot. I just think these are so I love this word, stunning. Stunning. They're stunning. All right. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess I'll let you go for this evening. What do you think? All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I really did have a good time, and I hope you did too. And I hope you're all nice and warmed up now. Yeah, maybe we chased those winter blues away, okay? I hope so anyway. You did for me, so I'm super thrilled. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Definitely hit that subscribe button and also give a little push to that notification bell so we know when we have a new video coming out, okay? Check us out over on Facebook and Instagram. I'll post both of these projects and all the related little sheets and stuff to go with it. I'll post those over on social media for you. And all of our contact information is listed right down below. Our post office box, for that snail mail. And our email address too. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email. And I guess that's all she wrote. Remember, everybody, to please stay safe and stay well. But above all else, stay positive, all right? All right, I'll see you next time. Ciao!